Valley Girls, Dave here from Ripple Rock. Nice to see you again, although I don't really see you, but you see me. Hope you have had an awesome summer on your horses. Like totally awesome. Like just so much fun. It's unbelievable. And if you've struggled a little bit, then that's good too, right? Like if it was easy, anybody could do it. And so I know sometimes it is a struggle, and that's okay. And when the horse goes great, it's like, man, you just got to celebrate and just love that and enjoy it. And when it's a bit of a struggle, you just got to appreciate yourself and know that you just got to stick with it. And good things come of the struggles and the torture that you have to put yourself through in order to get everything working right again. So it's good. So I thought I'd just do a quick little review. I'm not sure when I'm going to be back to the island, but I had a ton of fun with you up there doing that evening lecture, and then the afternoon and part of the evening under saddle with a bunch of you. Man, we had some cool things happen, and yeah, I just really appreciate you all for just showing up and giving it your best and doing it in front of everybody else, and me and coaches and other riders. And I know it was a bit complicated and probably was a bit nerve-wracking at the beginning, but like honestly, like you just managed yourselves so well, and lots of little disasters along the way for some of you, and we just kept at it and just kept working through it. And I just really appreciate how hard you worked for me and for your coaches. It's yeah, it was an awesome day. I'd spent the morning at another barn there with a whole bunch of other girls, and so I tell you, when I hit that ferry, I was exhausted, but really appreciative. And yeah, we just hope to do it again with you. So yeah, we're just going to review the big six, which, man, when you got those, it's things come together and they keep happening. So number one, hopefully you've been just trying to keep it really simple. It's you, your horse, and you're going to have a coach, and you're going to have a course, or you're going to have some flat work or a test to do, or whatever it is. So whatever it is. And we've got to become carefree. We've just got to stop caring about things. So you got to stop caring about where you are and who's there, and you got to stop caring about the height or the corner or the Oxer or the Liverpool or whatever it is. We just got to just show up every day and just say, okay, whatever, bring it on. I'm good with it. I'm just going to, you're going to tell me what to do. I'm going to do it. And I'm going to ride my horse well. And if my horse happens to misbehave, so be it. And if my horse happens to be like a little saint or angel, so be it. But when my horse is being a knucklehead, I'm not giving it away to the horse. I'm just going to keep it simple. I'm going to ride a misbehaving horse well. And I just keep at it. So the simplicity model is that symphony where we just are trying to figure out how to do it one day at a time. We're trying to figure out how to do it one ride at a time. We're trying to figure out how to do it one course at a time. And we're trying to figure out how to do it one move or one jump at a time. And the trick is to do it and then to let it go. So I play the note of the symphony and then I just let it go. And I get ready for what's next. And I let that go. And then I get ready for what's next. And if that didn't go particularly well, I'm not going to get triggered or hooked or flooded. I'm just going to let it go. And I'm going to get ready for what's next. And I'm going to keep it going and going and going and keep it really simple. And when that happens, I'm not going to get triggered and have to claw my way back. I'm just going to flex my tolerance muscle. And I'm just going to go play that note. And then that one and that one and that one. So Coach Henderson used to always say, I don't care what you've done, good or bad. All I care about is what we're about to do next. Make a plan, move on. And when you're riding a horse and you're doing a course or you're doing a test, man, you've got to be quick to let it go and move on, because the next thing is coming right away. And that's, a super simple model, but man, is that hard to master, right? Just really, just be in the moment, just be in the stride. And sure, you got to plan a little bit ahead sometimes, but don't get too far ahead. And certainly when you're planning ahead, make it really strategic and technical and physical and mental, but don't doubt or worry or care or be, oh, thank goodness, right? Just Keep it simple. Stay on that optimal performance line and just do it one simple little thing at a time. Okay. Hundreds and hundreds of debriefs. What always goes wrong? Same 8 things. What happened? Failed to stay calm in the mind. Failed to stay relaxed in the body. Failed to stay grounded. Definition there is I like myself. I like what I do. I like how I do it. Got a plan. Seems to be working. I'm following it. Life is good. Right? I like myself. I like what I do. I like how I do it. That's pretty grounded. Right? And don't make it about the horse, and don't make it about the place, and don't make it about, the performance. Just get on, keep it simple, and stay connected. Centered, your ability to change your mind, which happens pretty frequently on a horse. Sometimes you don't get what you want. Had one of my riders down at the Pan American Games there. Almost 50% of the field was eliminated on the cross country. 50% of the field. Unbelievable, eh? And just super ridiculously tough course. And lots of girls just made mistakes. And lots of girls walked the course and decided what they were going to do. And it wasn't working for girls. You had to stay super calm. You had to stay super relaxed. You had to stay super grounded. And you had to change your mind. Because when you walked it, it was one thing. And when you rode it, it was a completely different thing. And my gal made a couple little mistakes. And we talked a lot about them afterwards. About, she knew one of them, there was a better line there. But she in her mind, she rode it a bunch of times during the course walk. And then she kind of stuck to the plan. And had she taken the wider line, she would have had to come back through a skinny on a bit of an angle, but she's got a talented horse, could have done it. So we just talked about that ability to just in that moment just say, no, we're good. We can change our mind right now. You can do it fast, girls, when you're grounded, centered, and positive and got the rest of them. Yeah. Okay, so number 5 is positive. That's an obvious one. It's just more fun when you're positive, but also the brain works way better when it's positive. So 2 really good reasons. Patience is that thing that if you can just take the moment and just say, no, it's okay, relax, we're going to get this. You can buy yourself just that little bit of time to avoid, that triggered, hooked, and flooded state. So patience is your ability to just buy yourself a couple of seconds to change your mind and say, no, it's good. Just get on to the next one. It's okay. Find the stirrups and keep going or whatever it is, right? You can do that. Okay, and then the last 2 are effort and focus. And effort and focus go into number 3. And, the porridge is too cold, and the porridge is too hot, and the porridge is just right. And what we know on big days, on competition days, or on days when your horse is acting up a little bit and you're struggling a little bit, and usually what happens is we start thinking too much and we start trying too hard. And those don't work nearly as well when we're over here. So it's like the tension begins to build, and you've got to keep the pressure from accumulating. So you've got to keep breathing, and you've got to keep affirming. That positive self-talk is so important, where you just go, no, we're fine. Just relax. We got this. One simple little thing at a time. Get on to the next one. We're okay. And when you can run that positive self-talk, it does help keep that mind really positive. And plus the girls downstairs in the subconscious mind, they love that talk, right? They love that. That just encourages them to do so much better. So balancing that speedometer is, again, one of those simple little things, but man, it's mastery that we're after, being able to claw our way back and be able to come back into that zone. So when you think about the tension, just think about it's like a tire that we blew up too much. And so now it's got all this tension in it. And we got to breathe and slowly let the shoulders sink and drop yourself down into the tack a little bit more. Feel the feet in the stirrups. Just keep it alive. Keep it alive. Yeah. So that's what we're doing. We're just keeping it super simple. And balancing that speedometer it's a good one. Okay, number 4, staying in the bubble. And everybody loves the bubble diagram. Everybody says, Dave, that's like the most important one you ever taught me. I decide who I'm going to be, and we got to get really good at that. And hopefully you got that workbook. If you didn't, email me at dave@ripplerockconsulting.com and just say, hey, Dave, never got my workbook. Put that in the subject line, and I'll send you one. And the bubble model, it's actually an exercise in the workbook, and there's 120 words that sort of define sort of high performance states in the back. So you just sort of go through and pick a dozen that you really like, that really describe yourself well. So for this girl, carefree, simple, smooth, happy, determined, positive, respectful, powerful, fast, dynamic, accurate. She picks a bunch of words that really describe who it is that she wants to be today on that horse. And she's got her big 8. And then she knows there's all this stuff coming at her, trying to get in there. And this model here I actually did for riders, right? Chirping, it's what girls say to you, like, oh man. And competitors and the competition and mistakes and history and weather and conditions and field of play and footing and the crowd and officials, judges. I always say Sally's here. She's got that new outfit and man, she looks good in that thing. And you girls hate that, right? It's too funny. Teammates, your own teammates sometimes get in your bubble. You yourself get into your own bubble and ruin the party sometimes. Start order, siblings, coaches, teachers, parents, school, life, injuries, fatigue, what people say. Your horse gets into your bubble and ruins the party. Results get into the bubble and ruin the party. All these things are predictable, and so therefore they are preventable. And we got to have a bit of a strategy, girls, to keep those things out of the bubble. And we know they're coming. Every day you go to training, you know what's going to try to get into that bubble. Every day you go to competition, sure, you get surprised every once in a while, but when you get good at managing that bubble, man, you can deal with the surprises so well. Super fun. Okay, my favorite one, model number 5, girl A, girl B. And I really hope, like a lot of the big difference in young riders' worlds come from this ability to kind of snap themselves into girl A and get rid of that girl B. We've just seen so many athletes turn it around, I guess is how I would describe it, from this place of just being sort of doubtful and worrying and nervous to like really stepping up and being way bolder and way braver and just going for it. And I put it all down to girl A. Like just that understanding of, every day, if it's going to be a great day on a horse, you got to make yourself a bit uncomfortable. Right? It's not designed to be easy. It's not designed to be simple. It's a complicated sport. It's a challenging sport. It's a sport that's got some risk associated with it. You got to be up for it. And that girl A, man, she is up for it. She's up for the uncomfortable. She's up for the struggle. She's up for the challenge. She's up for the riskiness. She loves all that stuff. She's not backing down to it. She's embracing it. She's not doing stupid things. But when her coach tells her we're ready to go, when that coach puts those jumps up, like we're going. And we're seeing it as a reward. Right? And so when the coach says it's time, it's like, honestly, it is time. Your coaches won't sandbag you, girls. If anything, your coaches are a little bit too conservative because they always want to make sure that we're good to go. So you were probably ready a couple of weeks ago. And now it's time. So let's go. So trust them. Even though it doesn't feel right. Because girl A knows it's going to feel uncomfortable. It's going to feel like a challenge. It's going to feel a bit risky. And that's the way it's supposed to be on a horse. And that girl A, that's girl A. So girl B, I don't know if I messed that whole thing up there, but girl B is the one we want to send to Florida for a holiday for the next 6 months. Just get her out of here. She wants it to be safe and predictable. She hates getting embarrassed, right? She's got all sorts of social sort of challenges and image challenges, and we just got to let it go, girls. And just step into that girl A and just say, you know what? It's okay. Every once in a while, I'm going to look like a total bozo. It's just all part of it. I'm good with it. I'm going to laugh it off. Just get back at it again. And that's such a cool thing. So hopefully you have been having some fun with that girl A, and hopefully we're going to step it up a bit more this fall and just make ourselves a little bit more uncomfortable. Okay, and then the last one, well, it's not the last one we did a few other things, but for tonight, it's just the notion of that subconscious mind, right? And so 5 girls working up in the conscious mind there, planners, they're great schedulers, their job is to keep you positive and keep you visualizing, so make sure that they know what their task is, but it's also to get you there on time and make sure you got your stuff and all that sort of stuff. And once you get up into the saddle, you just have to know that those girls can't think fast enough to ride a horse properly. They can't. The decision-making process is too slow in the conscious mind, and it's happening fast on a horse. And so that's why you got 50 girls down in the subconscious mind, because those 50 girls, man, a million times more powerful, 7 times faster, and awesome multitaskers. So they can be like collecting themselves, finding a stirrup, right? Start figuring out the line, start pulling on the right rein a little bit, put on a little bit of the left leg, all at the same time. There's so many things happening, you don't even know them. When we watch in slow motion, you are blown away with how many things you're doing. You don't even know you're doing when you're coming into a jump, or you're trying to get that beautiful, nice, 5-meter circle on the horse, whatever it is, right? Like it's just happening way too fast. So the 3 things that those subconscious mind girls need, 1 is a clear image. So your reticular activation system has got to send those visualizations down into the subconscious mind. Put them on the TV screens down there so the girls can watch them and go, oh, so that's what you want. Oh, I got it. That's not that hard. We can do that. Let's go have some fun with it. But they need 2 other things. Second thing they need is for you to believe it's possible. And what's the third thing they need? They don't need you to trust them. They need you to trust yourself. And when you're trusting yourself, and when you believe in it's possible, and when you got those crystal clear images, like, it's amazing what's happening. And those 50 girls, man, they're powerful. They can get an awful lot done. They can make it look easy. Style and grace make it look easy. That's what I say. That's their job. They want to give you some style. They want to give you some grace. They want you to make it look easy. That's what they're trying to do for you. So you got to trust them. But more importantly, you got to trust yourself. Put them to work. Believe it's possible. And just keep doing the visualization work. There's this young rock climber that is just like setting the world on fire in terms of what they call flash pointing or red pointing, extremely difficult climbs. Like, he doesn't even practice them. He just visualizes them and then goes and does them. And he's like done a couple of the world's most difficult rock climbs, ones that guys have been working on for months, the other world's best climbers. And he goes and he can, like, his goal is to do it on his very first attempt. No practice. But he visualizes over and over and over again. And the way he visualizes is so intense. It's so detailed. It's so incredibly accurate. It's unbelievable. And it's just really positive in the mind. Excellent visualization. Totally trusts himself. Believes that the mission is possible. And he's doing it. Super cool to see. Red Bull has got some amazing videos on him. Yeah. Okay. That is it for tonight. Like I say, if you don't have a workbook, email me, dave@ripplerockconsulting.com. And you can find me on Ripple Rock website as well and message me there. And look forward to catching up to you again. Probably will come in the fall. We'll see if we can put something together. And in the meantime, just keep at it. If you're struggling a little bit, know that the struggle is good. It's good to have to struggle every once in a while. And if things are going good, just enjoy yourself and be so happy for yourself and just appreciate your horse and just like Demand a little bit more of yourself every single day. Just keep demanding, keep demanding, keep demanding. Keep it alive. And yeah, just keep having fun with it, ladies. So we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.